Hello, my name is Patrick Gorman. This is the class portfolio project for Red Hat CNG201. For this project, I decided to go with the second option. That was to make cron scripts. So when I first started looking, I found on the Red Hat website automate your Linux system tasks with cron. Look through that. That was very helpful. Um, this right here, the image on the document, is the format I needed for the cron script. So that seems pretty straightforward. I just enter the command cron tab -e, and it'll boot up a VI text file that'll automatically load into the cron daemon. And as long as it's in this path or in this format, so the next step for me was making the scripts. Those were the first things I wasn't too sure about. So we go to my virtual machine. Let's see. All right. See where we're at in my cron scripts. All right, I'm just going to take a cat of them all. So let's look at these. All right. Here on the first script, it looks like we are recording the memory usage and the yeah, this one is just memory usage. So I use the command free and then use --mega to put it in the megabyte um, format, so that was a little bit easier. I had any error messages went to dev null, so they went to the trash can, while any you know all the regular terminal messages went to tmp memory.usage, and I redirected them with 2 carets rather than 1, so it would append rather than just replace every time. And then again, I had any error messages go to the trash can of dev null. So and the bin bash is important for getting the script to run. I guess I'll cover that. Looking at this second script, I have a bunch of echoes just to add some spaces. I put the date, had the date command go in there, all appending, echo to message. Then I used the command df-h to get the CPU usage. I like the format of that one. I think we could probably look at it real quick. So yeah, I thought that was kind of helpful. It shows all the different file systems and how much space is available in their names. So I thought that was kind of cool. I think we just went over that in class um, after I've worked on this. So that's the df/h is the disk usage, not the CPU. I don't remember. I hope I didn't say that. And then for the CPU usage, I used the command mpstat because that was another one I tried like a couple different ones, and I just liked the format of that one the most. So looking at that one. So yeah, it gives you kind of all these different readouts of the percentages used of the CPU and how much is idle. And yeah, I believe that is all I had for the second script. Moving on to the third script. I have a message tar file output being appended to the temporary tar.results file. I have the date going into the tar.results file. I have an error code, which I also need, actually. I was missing something. To get it to go into that file as well. All right. And then here I have the tar command to make an archive. I have the -C for create, V is for verbose, the Z is for the GZ type compression, and the F, if I remember correctly, is file. And so I got tripped up here. I was just putting the file name without the file path here, and I couldn't figure out how I was supposed to put it into the right uh, directory. But luckily, I got some advice, and this makes a whole lot of sense now. It's really easy. Just put the file path with the file name or the archive name. The other mistake, I use single quotes when this is supposed to be like this backdash, and so didn't occur to me that those were different. But that is how you have to get. That's what you have to do to get the date command into the file name, and then here you designate which directory you want to compress into your archive, and it was the etc file, the configuration file. And then here I just decided uh, with the date and everything in some of the separations to just have the full verbose output of this command go into the TMP, the temporary tar.results file. Just, if it's helpful, I'm sure it's always helpful to have more information. And yeah, and oh, I can't forget. So then, after getting those to actually go into the uh, make sure I did it. Yep, right. To actually go into the Cron tab and actually schedule. So here, the requirements to run every 5 minutes. So looking back at the right here, it's minutes, hour, day of month, month of year, day of week. Then I looking at the requirements for this. Let's see. First cron job is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every 5 minutes, gathering memory usage. So, just looking back here. So I looked at this, that dash, like every, the little star is like every second in a minute. So I looked at that as like 60 divided by 5. So it's like every 5 minutes execute. And then down here, when I, in the day of the week, 0 and 7 are Sunday. So with 0 being Sunday, there you got Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then here I have the file path towards my first cron script. And here on the second one, we have run every 15 minutes Monday through Friday. So here, like 60 divided by 15 is how I was thinking about it. Every 15 minutes, and then Monday through Friday. And then for the last cron script, to run only on Saturdays at midnight, I put here 0 for the for the minutes, so 0 minutes, and then that is midnight. And right here we put 6 is Saturday because Sunday would be a 7. And then the file path to my script for the tar. And I ran it, and it seemed to work just great for me. So let's see. So here we go. I have all the memory usage in here. I ran it a few times. Or I just let it run for a while just to see it. Let's check out the other one. So we have the date, the message, um, the disk space, and the current CPU. And then I did that for a couple. And then the last one. And this one might have been an old one. Since it only runs on midnight on Sunday, I did a little test, but I've changed it a little bit since then. But it should be working. It was working before, so yeah, I believe that is the project. I hope there's nothing wrong with it. It's satisfactory, and yeah. So thank you, and hope everything goes well.